Thank you very much for coming in. Victor Ondieki is an advocate and a program officer at Kituo Cha Sheria. Thank you for making time for us. Former Director of Public Prosecutions Philip Murgor says the country has failed to make any significant progress in the war on drugs. Murgor cites the infamous seizure of the 1.1 ton of cocaine in 2003 as the last significant action against drug trade in Kenya. Murgor, who has declared his interest in the presidency, says drug cartels have infiltrated key government agencies. He spoke to our reporter Murimi Mwangi.
Where you have been quoted saying that drug barons in this country have infiltrated the judiciary. Which are these departments in the judiciary that we are talking about here?
Mwangi, the headline is misleading. It reads that I said the judiciary is controlled or under the control of drug lords. I didn't say that. I said sections of government, including the executive, the police, the prosecution services, and the judiciary.
Perhaps for proper clarification, which are these departments in the government that you talk about when you try to link the drug barons and senior officials in the government?
The drug lords have infiltrated many vital institutions. They have infiltrated parliament, they have infiltrated the police, they have infiltrated parts of the judiciary. On a need basis, in the case of the judiciary, it is when a case is before a particular judge that these people begin to invest in trying to reach that member of the judiciary. I was talking about this in the context of the Akasha case. The first thing that happens is an extradition request is made. It is for the Akashas to face serious charges or indictments in the US. They are given bail, which is very unusual. That is a function of the judiciary. In circumstances like that, they should not have been given bail. They were given very, very modest terms, and the extradition process then became indefinite.
How different was the environment in the office of the DPP with regards to the fight against drugs in this country during your tenure?
It was during the second year that the big drug haul is intercepted, the 1.1 tons, and my office under me attempted to deal with it very, very decisively. However, there was a lot of resistance from key members of the government that suggested they were heavily involved in the importation of that narcotic into the country. Now, it was during the competing, during this point when I'm trying to ensure a thorough investigation and a proper prosecution, but I had tremendous pushback from those involved, and finally I had to be fired because I had taken a very strong position regarding this matter.
Let's revisit your resignation from that office at the DPP. Some allegations from senior government officials in the Kibaki regime was that you were not a team player. How true is that?
You know what that means? It means we are making money, we are corrupt, and this guy is spoiling. Haelewi. Hata hii dawa, cocaine anataka kuchoma. Kijana anataka kuchoma pesa. That is what they mean. The only way you are a team player when a regime becomes corrupt is that you become corrupt yourself. I refuse to succumb to that.
Mheshimiwa, let's talk about your presidential bid. We spotted you in Bomet on Saturday. Is there an alliance in the offing between your party UDM and NASA?
If NASA extends an invitation for us to join, the party organs will deliberate on such a request. And as the party leader, I will have my input before a decision is made. All I can say, as of now, we have not received such an overture, nor have we extended such an indication to NASA.
One of the failures that you have cited in the Jubilee regime is the failed war against corruption, but we also know that you served as DPP where you held the instruments and power to fight corruption. Which is that tool that you did not have as DPP that you are seeking now as President of Kenya?
As DPP, first of all, I didn't have security of tenure at the time. The Attorney General was the Chief Public Prosecutor. I was only a head of a department. And you will notice that therefore when it came to handling the cocaine issue, I was the sacrificial lamb. I had no security of tenure. And the person who should have taken the bullet, if the powers that be were interested, should have been the Attorney General. But I was singled out as the person pushing for a proper investigation and, very importantly, pushing for a transparent destruction of the narcotic in front of international observers. And that's when I was being told, mbona unataka kuchoma pesa? Today, the presidency through Uhuru Kenyatta has declared that it is powerless. Once it's so declared,